Saoirse here, and this is the last of the stress series that we're doing on the Connect system. Remember that the Connect system is all part of the SONA SÁSTA system to increase sales and develop and find ideal loyal customers, super ideal loyal customers, and develop a community so that you can get the six-figure income that you're trying to do and achieve. Because you are an entrepreneur or small business owner, and you got into business because you feel like you have a quality product or service to offer and you want to help people. Now, how are you going to do that if you can't connect with people? So that's why the Connect system is an integral part of the SONA SÁSTA overall sales and integration system that I have available. And it's amazing because no one else out there has these elements of the Connect system, the mindset, the sales, cash injection system, and all of that. How to develop a customer base of super ideal little customers, which I call silks. This is the last one for the stress. Now, everyone's stressed in the workplace, and we're going to show you how to deal with stress with the OWL persona. And so I'm sure that you have at least 10% of people in the general population are your OWL persona type people, your nerdy people, your thinking people that are so cognitive that you wonder, like, how are you ever going to even communicate? And do they ever feel anything? Yes, they do feel. It's just inside there and have to go through the cognitive part to get there. So they're going to think first and then act or feel or think, or feel or act, or then they might think again. So the OWL persona is the most likely one to think and think and think, and then feel or act or feel. So anyway, let's get right into it. Okay, here we are, the Connect system, and how to use the Connect system to recognize and eliminate stress in the OWL persona and the workplace. So what is the one thing, this is just a review of the statistics now. What's the one thing that leaders can do to change the world? It is to change the way you relate to and connect with your people, or the way they're managed. So that's John Clifton, CEO of Gallup Poll International. Now, if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, this is the same thing that you do with anyone that you work with in your office, your suppliers, and especially your clients or your customers, because you want them to be your ideal, loyal customer, right? And even more so, your super ideal loyal customer. If you use the Connect system, you can help develop that, and people will want to do business with you. They'll even prefer you. I've seen it in the workplace all over. Entrepreneurs and leaders, how to do this, and then the customers will be requesting them. We've even seen this with departments, like even sales departments or even engineering departments, where if they take the time to connect with who they're doing business with, then even if the other company, the competition, has a better product and everything, they'll which we don't want them to have a better product, but they will prefer you because you're connecting with them. So anyway, but it's all how you deal with people, how you connect. And that's why we have the Connect system. It's part of the SONA SÁSTA system. So now, global statistics, 6 out of 10 employees are quiet quitting, 60%. So that costs globally 8.8 trillion annually, because they're always having to onboard, retrain, offboard, do the severance thing. It just costs a lot of money. So now, of those that are quiet quitting, the 60% that are quiet quitting, 86% of that 60%, they want a connection. So like, that's what I'm talking about. So whether it's employees in the workplace or customers that are doing business with you, they want to have that connection. That's more important. So that can include your tribe. If you're a sole proprietor or you're an entrepreneur, that can be your super fan base, your super ideal little customers, your community. That's the connection. If it's an employee and employment, then that's the corporate culture. And if you don't have a healthy corporate culture, then that's like having a dysfunctional family. And of course, people are wanting to quit and leave because they don't need that extra stress in their lives. So now, of the quiet quitters, 33% want increased pay and benefits. Yeah, it's inflation right now. and 19% would prefer well-being. That's like time off, maternity leave, flex hours, or even remote working. So things like that. 14% just want to quit no matter what because they've had enough. They're stressed out and they want to leave. So employee stress levels are at record high. It's increased to 44% globally. Over half of current employees are actively looking for other employment, usually on company time. So if they haven't quit already, they're looking to do that. And again, they would 3.8 times more important is connection than anything else in location or anything else. Global workplace stress. 9 out of 10 workers have chronic stress. Now, these are talking about chronic stress. 94% are chronically stressed. And 53% women are affected more than men, 47% of this chronic stress. And the chronic stress in the workplace, of those that are stressed, 99% are saying that it affects their mental health. And that 1%, we wonder about them. Okay, so anyway, so now 10% of all workers in the US are overworked. They work 50 hours or more a week. Entrepreneurs are guilty of this too. So you want to manage your time wisely so you don't have burnout, after 1 or 2, 3 years, right when you start making profits and things like that, you really start to kick into that flow, and then you're stressed out and you need time off. So workplace stress as the 5th major cause of death in the United States. Over 120,000 people per year will die because of workplace-related stress complications, and it costs $3.7 trillion annually in the United States. So it's very expensive. So if you're part of a company or corporation, you want to increase corporate culture and the connection, decrease workplace stress, better train your managers, especially your middle managers, so that they can deal with it and decrease stress in the workplace. Now, in America, 5% of American workers report no stress. So 95% of workers are stressed out. And of that 95%, 6% is unsustainable. So those are the people that are either going to blow up, cause trouble in the workplace, go postal, or just outright quit. They'll put in their notice and leave straight away, or, make a big scene about it. So that's unsustainable. If you are able to decrease stress in the workplace or make it easier for your customers or clients to do business with you, then your sales will increase up to 43%, productivity will increase 36%, and task accuracy increases 19 to 21%. So that's an instant results right there, it just decreased stress. So how can you do that? One way, the best way is using the Connect system. You go through the filter to meet the need. We'll talk about that later on, or you can remember it from the other videos. All right, the Connect system. 3 types of people: actors, feelers, thinkers. Talking about the 23% of people who are thinkers. There are 7 personas just for a V. We have the horse persona, the beaver persona, the otter persona, the collie persona, the lion, eagle, and owl persona. Today we're talking about the owl persona. The process, how to connect. Everyone has all 7 personas available to them. Generally, they prefer to use 1 or 2 most of the time in most situations. No persona is any better or worse than any other. And the key to connecting and decreasing stress as you go through the filter to meet the need and have that connection. So the filter is the hidden question, the need is the hidden need from others, what they need from others. And if they're not getting that need fulfilled, then that increases stress in their life. So everyone can handle stress in different amounts and intensities. Each persona indicates stress in predictable ways. They have sudden distress flares, they have 3 distress levels, and they have a chronic distress pattern that they deal with. So now, of the 3 types of people, today we're talking about the thinkers. These are people who approach life and communicate through thinking first. They're cognitively motivated. So they're going to think first, then act or feel or think, or feel or act. And now the owl persona, 10% of the population tends to be the owl persona. They love to know. They're natural resources. They're intelligence oriented. They don't really care how much, unless they're interested in it. So they don't care. they don't care how much you care unless they know, like if you're intelligent or if they're interested. So this is the only one that, it doesn't really, you personally can't do much about it because is that person, the L persona, interested in what you have to say? And if they're not, they're not going to be motivated. They're not going to be interested. They'll turn away. They want their personal space. But if they are interested, then they want that undivided attention. So now remember, personal space, the owl persona has more personal space. So you can't walk up and talk to them. You're going to be like double arm's length away. And if you invade that space, they'll back up. Maybe if they back up, then for sure that's an owl persona person. Or maybe they have a cold or something. But yeah, the owl persona needs more. They've got a bigger bubble of personal space around them than anyone else. But if you can go through their filter and meet their need, give them the undivided attention on personal space balance, then they'll be super loyal. They're very loyal to something they're familiar with or that they like. And it'll be hard for them to change, if for some reason something changes, like quality decreases or something, they'll give it the benefit of the doubt longer because they're loyal to that company or that brand than anything. But if they are offended and that you don't live up to those expectations, then they'll leave and no trouble with her. So they're loyal, they're philosophical, they're inquisitive, they can be very content in their alone space, like there's all this social distancing. That's where they live, so there's no problem there. That they'll be they're in their own personal space, their own personal universe, no bother. So anyway, they're very determined, and they can be they can show deference, like they might know more than anyone else in the room for real, but they're not going to tell you unless you ask them. It's like, and if somebody acts like they're an expert and they're not, and the owl persona is, they'll just sit back and just laugh at the person, unless it's something really obvious. They're like, oh, by the way, that's not that, that's this. And then make cracks. And so the owl persona, very cognitive, natural researchers, very intelligence oriented. Now, when they get under stress, then what happens? Well, they're going to shoot up these distress flares, and they're going to justify what they're doing. They're going to accuse you for being an agent or whatever, and then they're going to withdraw even more into that personal space. And you might not see them for days. So, they're very unilateral. They'll make decisions unilaterally. So that's their chronic distress pattern. And they won't take into account the consequences of that with the business, with the company, with their clients, or with their family or their coworkers. They'll just be unilateral. They just do it, and that's it. And then they'll justify it, accuse, and withdraw again. So, the distress flares go up on that chronic distress level. There are 3 distress levels, but I'm not really going to spend time with that today because I'm already gone a little bit over time. But anyway, so that's it with the owl persona. I'm sure people that are like this in your life. So, if you are and you want to know more about how to deal with people like that, or you want to reach out to customers or coworkers and deal with that, then contact me. Jump on a Zoom call and let's see how I can help you with that. And also, there's free resources available on the website, freedomsaoirse.com. So, hi, Saoirse here. And I would like to thank you for watching the video today. And so if you have any questions or comments, email me at info@freedomsaoirse.com, or put a comment or direct message me on Facebook. Put a comment below if this is on YouTube. And you can email me at info@freedomsaoirse.com. Go to freedomsaoirse.com and fill out the contact form or the resources page. And then you have instant access to the workbooks that go with these, the 32 life hacks for de-stressing your life, the FSI stress test to find out how stressed you really are in the workplace or in your life for that matter. And so there's a lot of good resources there, and they're all free. So feel free to access those at your convenience. So I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Sinead go full, slán.